Hi guys, this your girl Vanessa, Hawaii Nani, coming to you with an updated brow tutorial today, and we're just gonna be doing another updated brow tutorial for the divas who are just now beginning or learning how to do, or wanting to learn how to do their brows, or find ways to fix their brows up while wearing their makeup. And kind of an easy way to do this, and I'm gonna just nip this in the bud. I'm not perfect at my brows, but I will give you guys a simple way of trying to define them, and get them looking a little bit decent. Okay, I've already done my right eye, and I just used a few things in hand here. I just used one of my eyeshadows, a darker color, maybe a darker brown, or whatever color you're comfortable with using, or you know, a black, if your eyebrows are in the black section category. And I'm just kind of filling in my tail here, um, whatever that I am comfortable with. I have a little bit of eyebrow gel. I know it's dark because I've used it, but it was a clear gel when I had it. I had on another one somewhere, but I don't know where I've placed it at this time. And you're gonna need a concealer, whatever comfortable concealer palette you're using, or if you got like a eyeshadow concealer such as this one. This is an LA Girl eye concealer um, thing here. I can't even tube. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this, um, using this as well. And I'm gonna also show you how you can also make your under eyes look a little bit more decent. If you're like myself, this is my natural look. I have no makeup on. The only thing I have on is just the eye concealer from one of my brows, or one of my brows that I just did. I have no makeup on. This is my complete bare face. And so yeah, I'm just gonna take this and start off by showing you how to conceal some of your dark circles or imperfections. I am just gonna start with this light concealer from LA Girls. I forget the color that one is. I guess like a tan color. I'm just going to show you how to conceal underneath your eyes. Everybody has their own method of showing you on how to provide that, or how to do that. I'm just giving you my way of doing it and what I'm comfortable with. And if you're not comfortable with doing that, that's fine. You don't have to do this. This is an optional thing. I'm just giving you ladies a little bit of a more detail on how I do my things, if you guys are wondering how I also do that to my eyes. Now, I just did my under eye. I didn't do my top eye. If I wanted to provide something, like if, for instance, if you have a dark, just use that same concealer on your brush and just kind of pat that in there as well. I also use this as a base too, so that I can use that when I get ready to provide my eyeshadow. If I'm not using primer or a lighter color base. And this is how I conceal my eyes, under eyes, etc., etc. Now, moving right along. Now, this brow has not been done yet. Sorry, the lighting is off. I got my brow brush here. I'm just going to brush my brows the way that I would want it to go, or I want the angle how the angle is going. And also, I'm going to use my clear gel and brush it so I can place the hairs the way I would want them to lay, or how they're growing. Okay. Now, I have not had my I have not had my eyebrows trimmed. And usually, if I have any extra hairs, I'll take one of these. You can get these at the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, and I just kind of take off any extra hair of my brow. You can always keep that. If you're not comfortable doing this, then that's totally fine. I usually have mine done professionally waxed, but right now I kind of have to do this at home because of finances, and I just kind of clean it up, take my time. Now I've done that. I'm going to take my brush tip of my brush, I'm going to go into my concealer palette, and I'm just going to kind of go underneath the brow in the shape of it, just kind of giving a guideline to how we want this to shape out and to be defined. Okay? You can do this however you want to. This is not a, this is an optional thing. I'm going to also taper it off the top there, and I'm going to kind of clean it up a little bit there as well. And I'm going to clean that up. Now, as said before, I use an angle brush to fill in my brows. I'm just going to start off with my tail of my brow. I'm going to use a little bit of the eyeshadow, which is the black and brown. I'm mixing those two together. I'm going to fill that in from the tail part, and I'm just working my way, filling my way down. And if you mess up, you can always go back to clean it up. It's not going to be twins, okay? And I'm going to just clean it up a little bit. Like I said, everybody has their own way of doing their makeup, brows, etc. Nobody's going to be that perfect at doing their brows. Some days you'll have a good day, and some days you'll have a bad day, if that makes sense. Some days I have a good day, some days I have a bad day, depending on the mood. I'm just cleaning it up. Okay. I'm just going to clean this up a tad bit. I'm going to wipe, blend this concealer out. Ooh, it's a little hot in here, so I'm going to have to turn that heater off. Because it was cold, it was kind of cool this morning. Well, hell, it was actually cold this morning. Brush. And this brush is from the RC Cosmetics collection that I purchased some time ago. I think I do have a video on the brushes that I purchased from RC Cosmetics. And also some brushes that I purchased also from Amazon. Or from overseas. And they are really good brushes, in my opinion. Just gonna go back and kind of clean this up, guys. I'm just gonna wipe off my brush, clean it up. I'm taking my tip of my concealer brush and just kind of swiping it down. And I'm going to just kind of you can always clean this up with your brush. And I'm just going to take one of my makeup brushes. Just going to pat that away. Like I said, everybody is comfortable with doing their makeup. Okay? Nobody has to be perfect at this shit, so. I'm going to take my brush. Clean that up. And then I'm going to, excuse me, take my other brush here. I'm going to go back into the concealer, darker concealer, and just wipe any excess thinning out a little bit. Just take your time. You know, it's gonna be you're gonna have to practice a lot, because I'm saying I'm not perfect at this either, but you guys can get tips on YouTube from plenty of gurus and makeup artists. You don't even have to look at my video and watch my makeup. But if you do, I appreciate it, because, you know, you guys are liking something I do as well, enjoy doing. And I love makeup. Makeup is art. And that's the whole fun thing about it. You can create something and be happy with your work. And I'm happy with what I do. Um, that goes to say a lot about myself. I don't have to have a 12 billion subscribers just to fit in, if that makes sense. I can just be myself, and I love being myself. I don't like let nobody make me have a where, you know, you change and become big headed and shit, and yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, guys. I apologize for I'm rambling, but I'm just trying to make sense of the matter, you know. Clean those right up. Like I said, they're not gonna be twins, but they're decent, if that makes sense. They're decent, okay? And I have been practicing and practicing, and I'm not licensed, and I am far from being the guru or the popular girl on YouTube. But hey, whatever works for me may not work for you. Or whatever you like to see, and I do, that's awesome. I appreciate you guys' support. We're just gonna cover up the eye here, as I mentioned before about the concealing of the eye. You can have some concealer, lighter concealer, and just kind of go under your eye. And I use, you know, some lighter, and just kind of pat. You can use whatever brush you have. Just kind of pat some of those dark circles away. And just kind of get rid of my imperfections. And there is how I conceal my eyes. You don't have to do the same thing I'm doing. If you are a lighter to dark complex, it's all the same technique, just certain types of colors or foundations that will match your skin type, and that will get the job done. But this is what I'm comfortable with, and this is how I do my routine. Okay? So stay tuned for more, guys, and I will be back with more.